Why Greed Ruins Literally Everything by Diamond's Bolt.
Cinema, video games, hamburger. Today we're here to celebrate absolutely none of those things. Because tonight we're gathered here to appreciate the real stars behind all of your favorite works of art. The CEOs and shareholders that work tirelessly to find new and innovative lows to reach every single day. Like with the endless amount of streaming services, questionably legal hidden fees, and entirely unregulated copyright law.
No, Adobe has been getting so bad. I'm already pausing way too early into this video. Dude, it is like $60 a month for each program, unless you want to, or no, sorry, like, I have to Google it actually. Yeah, $22 a month, unless you pay the $70 a month for all of them. Dude, as much as YouTube needs some competition, Adobe needs competition. It is so bad.
Claim ownership of things they didn't even make in the first place. Hello again, everyone. I'm, of course, Tony Oscar, and if you're only just joining us now, then you've made it just in time for the final award of the night, where, of course, we crown 2026's most shamelessly greedy company award. There's so many incredible multi-billion-dollar conglomerates to honor here tonight, but only one of them has the privilege of being selected for this incredibly petty award. Starting off our nominations for the night, I thought we should look to the games industry and all of the people behind it that through tireless work and creativity were able to bring some of the most acclaimed games to life.
Call of Duty. I would say Nintendo. It's kind of greedy. But, I mean, more in, like, the legal terms, not in the games. Fortnite? Nah. Yeah, Fortnite.
That's why every single one of them was laid off, so they could be replaced with the latest innovations in technology.
No! I seen the new NBA 2K ads. I've seen it like 3 times. It actually looks so drastically bad. Hold on. No, I'm actually pulling this up because it is, I think, one of the worst 2K games I have literally ever seen. NBA 2K was 27 commercial. I seen it on Netflix right here. Dude, it looked worse on Netflix. Hold on. Dude, I don't know. It just looks so more cartoony than real. Like, it looks like look at this shit. They took off like all the shaders. It looks like rubber. They do not look like people. And look at it, dude. Okay, I can never pause on the right fucking thing. Ever. Whatever. Like, dude. Dude, I've seen people say like they should do one continuous game and do like a monthly charge for it and then do updates to it every year. Exactly what they should do. Like do like maybe $5 a month or something like that. And then they wouldn't have to have this absolute shit of a game. Like, yeah, the mechanics are still gonna be like good, but this does not look real, bro. Yeah, Adobe is expensive. That's the reason why my brother pirated. I did pirate it at first on my old laptop, but given that my laptop doesn't even turn on anymore, I would probably say don't pirate it. Also, the chats aren't coming in late. I just don't have chat open. I just have my OBS open. So, anyways. Yeah, it's just like everything, all the movements are good, but the faces and then their rubber skin just looks so bad. Like it looks real, like the movements and shit looks real, but like they don't physically look real. Like I don't know if you showed me this and would have been like, that's straight from an NBA game, I think I could, or straight from like an NBA live, like actual game. If you showed me this and was like, that's real, I wouldn't believe it. I would confidently say I would not believe that. The pros and the cons of this next check. He is the most real looking guy right here. This guy looks the most real out of everyone. Actually, this scene looks the most real. Beat him up! Beat him up! Beat him up! I don't know, it just looks so so much more cartoony than real this time. Anyways, back to
Like saving $15 on the art for achievements in Call of Duty by using AI.
Oh, I did see this. Yeah.
And using
Like,
AI.
how much is it to just get some, like, dude to do 2D
Have
drawings?
Fortnite Darth Vader make his way through every slur in the English dictionary.
Skibidi toilets.
But you know, between like
I did see that, but I've seen like one TikTok about that, the Darth Vader thing. I feel like that should have been way more popular, given that you can make it say literally whatever you wanted.
2K games copy pasting the exact same game 20 years in a row, with the only changes being made to the number on the box and on the store page.
Literally.
And studios like
No graphics changes at all.
Ubisoft and Blizzard leading the charge on setting
Like, take like a 5-year break. 5 years to just focus solely on making it just so much better. And I don't think anyone would really care.
rights back by about 15 years. And then, of course, we have a 2-time winner of the most hated company in
Like,
America.
literally, I hate EA so much. And then they have that EA Play subscription. Out of all things, why would EA have a subscription? Because they're fucking greedy as hell.
Award and recipient of the most hated Reddit comment of all time, EA. Regularly avoided for all of their invaluable contributions to the gaming industry, like turning all their sports games into slot machines, turning all their Star Wars games into slot machines, and for being the entire reason that even 13-year-old me, who regularly wasted his life on shit like Talking Tom and Ben News, still wouldn't touch Plants vs. Zombies 2, because they also turned it into a slot machine. But I think this year they've all been dethroned by the hard-working talents of Sony, who have made it their life's mission to make sure that you never actually own a single thing in your entire life.
Oh, right, because they're doing the no physical media. That's just so weird. What, like, with how many people are complaining, at this point, they have to. They have to bring back physical media. Because if not, nobody's buying the new PlayStation console. Everyone's switching to Xbox. Even if the Xbox is so much shittier than the PlayStation, people are still going to buy the new Xbox just to spite Sony.
Making games that you already bought entirely unplayable as soon as they can't be bothered running the servers anymore. And deciding that they've had enough of bearing...
Holy shit, wait, I was not... Holy hell. Oh, wait, never mind. My brother tried it on the newest MacBook Pro. The first 30 minutes, he had to factory reset it. Yeah, Adobe is not something you should... it is something you should pirate, but you need to be really careful. I got my pirating off of some, like, random YouTube video, and it lasted me a while, and that's how I learned to animate. But safest option, especially if you have an expensive computer, just pay for Adobe.
The 15 cents per disc.
I mean, if you literally can't afford it, like, don't pay for it and pirate it, but don't do it on an expensive computer, because then you'll just fuck yourself.
Custom to make a physical game, and more importantly, the $15 that you paid Craig for a used copy of GTA 5 on Facebook Marketplace. And they know they don't even have to defend themselves because they have like half of Reddit doing it for them. And inspiring others like the famously selfless Rockstar, who, despite being as aware as anyone that GTA 6 is going to make the most money out of anything ever made, is not only going to cost a record high $80 to play it, and then locking half of the features out of the game anyway, so they can charge people...
Yeah, I was wondering that. What are the other features? Like, I heard you can't explore some of the map, but can you play the entirety of GTA 6 without having the deluxe edition? Hold on. Hey Google. Never mind. I made my actual Google go off. Hold on. Okay. Can you play the
entirety of GTA 6 without the deluxe edition?
Yes, you can play and finish the main story of GTA 6 with the standard edition. Okay, that's not bad. I mean, if it's literally just extra shit to the $80 one, or sorry, to the $100 one, I don't know. No, what would be cool is if you could upgrade it. Just pay the extra $20 later after you finish the game. But yeah, I don't know.
Play the real version. Still isn't going to come with a disc. Craig,
that is just stupid. What about disc on like Xbox? All right, we're going back. Will GTA 6 have physical on Xbox? We'll have a physical version. Yep. Will not include a game disc. What? Oh, so it's a fucking QR code. Bro, it's a QR code. Or not a QR code, a digital code. that you type in. That is so stupid. At that point, it's like, come on. But I want to play GTA 6 online too. Oh, can you only play GTA 6 online if you have the deluxe? Bro, they are...
Facebook Marketplace is having the worst day of his life right now. Which wouldn't be that big of a deal if literally like 4 days before we found this out, they hadn't just purged over 500 movies from people's accounts that they already
Yeah, that is
bought
stupthat.
because their license
I did hear about
expired,
that.
and now they're making that your problem. Are they going to refund people? No. I know.
Bro, but like, I know it's in like the agreements and shit, but like, could they sue if it was more than like $500? Because that was 500 movies right there. If someone actually bought all 500 of those movies, that would be over $500. They could definitely like sue over that if it's not in the agreements, but it definitely is if
Now,
they're doing
I don't know
this.
about you, but I think it's pretty cool that we live in a world that has like so many different subscription services to choose from. I mean, what would we do without BMW charging you 18?
Oh my! There has to be a way to hack that shit, dude. Where you could not hack, but be able to like go into your car and just turn on the heated seat, because that's what it is. It's the heated seats and other shit that you have to pay monthly for. You have to be able to just like go in there, just turn it on. There's no way.
Month to have access to heated seats that are already in the car but disabled unless you pay them. Or Mercedes charging you a subscription to use CarPlay, even though my car, which honestly...
Dude, at that point, get one of those TikTok shop screens. At that point, just put it over top of it. One of those $20 TikTok shop screens. At that point, dude. Unless you want to pay $400.
can barely be considered road legal can do it for free. I mean, no wonder these guys don't use their turn signals if they gotta pay $12.99 a month to do it. Bazinga. I mean, I gotta shout out Ticketmaster for charging you more in fees than the actual cost of the ticket between the
Oh yeah,
processing-
that's why I use TickPick. No sponsor, obviously, but TickPick's like way better.
and tax and the service fee because they, because of all the service they're providing on an automated website with zero human involvement. And
Yeah, literally. If it was the physical Ticketmaster where you actually walk in there, understand it a little more. You're paying for it on your phone automatically. So it's just like buying something off Amazon. There's not like a physical person there tracking your order on Amazon. Service fee?
that you have to pay for because and then of course their method to deal with the rampant issue of ticket scalping, which was to do absolutely fucking nothing because that way they can collect the service.
No, because then they would just make even more money. Because if the service fee is a percentage, and then someone buys the whatever price of the ticket is, like say $100, resells it for $900, they get a percent of that 100, and then a percent of that 900. So why would they care? Shit.
You can only get from my dog. And then you have Airbnb, who charge you a cleaning fee, and then still make you clean it up anyway.
Yeah, and they'll be like, it'll be like in their rules. Please don't leave anything behind. Clean up after yourself. Leave nothing. No garbage, no nothing. $50 service fee.
Plus, we have our
or cleaning fee.
beloved Uber Eats, who went above and beyond by enlisting the help of Gordon Ramsay himself to assemble all of your orders with the way they're charging me fucking $12 for a Happy Meal. For providing people with the invaluable service of a private limo for their chicken nuggets. And have somehow come up with a system that connects restaurants, customers, and delivery drivers, and then scams the absolute shit out of all three of them. And for anyone watching that's from the US, where you use DoorDash and Grubhub way more, I'm just saying over here in Australia, I'm pretty sure 90% of the population would rather spend...
The most I've heard of Grubhub is that fucking ad where they do the that's literally I've never actually seen a person use Grubhub. It's only ever DoorDash.
$47 on a burger from Uber than ever cook a...
No, I tried to... Dude, there was one night where I didn't want to leave. Or it was because it was 11 o'clock at night. So I was like, all right, I'm going to see how much a Celsius would be. Go on my phone. All right, DoorDash, how much would this be? $10 for a $3 energy drink.
Cool meal.
And that's without the tip on top of that.
Life. I found out recently that the Uber Eats app is literally like a pay-to-win system where like the more money that you give them from each sale, the more likely you are to show up on the app. Because they take, at minimum, a 15 to 30% cut from every single order for the privilege of being on their app despite doing none of the work. And I didn't even know this.
Oh, like the actual delivery, they take 30% from the drivers? Dude, that's like 10%. Do like 10 or maybe like 15. 30?
Like, I just assumed that the things that came up first on the app were things that were like close to me or at least well reviewed, but no. But like they know that these restaurants are going to pay for it because of how hard it is for people to go and get food themselves. You know, you got to like put pants on and then you got to drive like.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of smarter because you're not going to pay a shitload of money if McDonald's is right down the street. So yeah, I can get
5
that.
minutes. I mean, come on. And then you have the drivers who also have half of their earnings stolen by Uber. But no.
Oh, wait. The restaurant also has to pay them? That is so strange. I mean, yeah, I get that because they're making money from Uber Eats. But like 10%. That is the lowest I would, or not, the highest I would go if I was a restaurant. 30%.
Turn any of them down because they want to get paid, you know, more than $1 for driving for half an hour.
Yeah, when it comes to the total amount, Uber Eats probably makes on like a single order. Uber Eats probably makes way more than the restaurant or the delivery driver.
Just give it to someone else who will, and then offer you less work in the future. The same people that they're just trying to replace with robots anyway. Or making it maybe the only app that might have more fees than Ticketmaster, with the service fee, tax, local operating fee, delivery fee, adjustment, long range fee, small order, busy area fee, priority fee, that literally doesn't do anything. Why is the service fee different to the delivery fee? Is that
yeah. I don't know how that's different. I get the service fee is, well, no, because the service fee goes to the company, which $15 for a $38 meal. But anyways, I think the delivery fee is supposed to go towards the delivery driver, I thought. No? That's so weird. Maybe they do like a cut of the service fee. That's why it's so expensive. But I swear, I thought the delivery fee was like the delivery driver's money. Service fee, Uber Eats money, and then you tip them whatever extra money.
What's the service? Oh, you still want to tip though, right? But I don't think any of them are as deserving of a nomination than Adobe, a company
Well, I was fucking saying earlier.
That's so evil that I feel more unethical paying for it than I would if I pirated it. I mean, just look at their CEO, bro. They're not even being subtle about it. And like, I don't think anyone has been able to replicate how impressive it is that they were able to put out like one of the most revolutionary suites of apps that changed the...
Like, okay, their programs are good, you know, whatever. I use Animate and Premiere Pro every day and Photoshop. Literally, the thumbnail for this is made in Photoshop. But if I have, like, I'll be running Premiere Pro, you know, just running it. It's every time I have Premiere Pro open too. My PC will completely crash. Like, all my monitors will turn off, and I can still hear whatever audio is in my ear. And then, out of nowhere, everything just shuts off. It's only when I have Premiere Pro open.
You know, Photoshop, Adobe Premiere, and the other ones. And then gradually making all of them so expensive and hard to run that nobody wants to use them.
That's why you gotta fake the student discount. You just gotta, like, somehow do that shit. You use, like, your really old student email. Do that.
The way that these guys keep their customers loyal is by charging anyone that tries canceling their subscription with the entire national...
I did not know that. Oh, canceling it early. Oh, wait, no, I did hear about this. You're in like a year contract. If you get even if you buy just a month, you sign yourself to a 1-year contract where you have to pay it every month for a full year. And if you don't, that's when they charge you. But it's the thing in the contract is so little, or it's in like the terms of service, whatever, that nobody sees it.
Like, you may have signed up to a monthly subscription, but that was actually for the year. So if you try and cancel, you still have to pay the rest of that. We just forgot to tell you about it.
No, and you'll have to pay the rest for the cancellation fee. The cancellation fee is the rest of the year. And what it would cost to pay for the rest of the year. So you might as well just pay for it at that point. Pay for the actual subscription and keep your services, because it's either you're paying the same amount to cancel it or you're paying the same amount to keep it, which is fucking stupid.
Working relationship with their user base that definitely doesn't panic every time they put out a new update, just in case they're secretly using your work in AI, which then slows down the product you're using even more somehow.
So Photoshop's doing. I'll open Photoshop. It's like, do you agree to have artificial AI be able to like look at your photos and like study them to train our AI? No. I don't care. No.
Spider-Man 3, because I'm good, actually. I mean, what other company is so evil that the actual US government had to step in, like Frieza teaming up with Goku to fight Jiren?
FTC sues Adobe over hidden cancellation fees. Well, good on the FTC, bro. That's actually crazy. I did not know about that.
And sue them for $150 million for hiding fees. A huge victory for customers where Adobe...
Oh, yeah, because it's literally hiding fees. That small into the contract. You'll never see that.
The model hasn't changed at all, but they do have to put tiny little text warning you about it now. So, got him. But look, you don't have to be an Adobe customer to have had something like this happen to you. You know, I mean, I'm sure there's been a point in your life where you've been grocery shopping and you notice that all of a sudden that Pringles has diversified into a company that also sells you air. And, you know, while everything is getting smaller and worse all of the time, at least the Big Mac is still out here repping guys like us by calling itself big, even though it's only about 4 inches long. But then, on the other hand, they're the sole reason that copyright law takes 100 years to expire, and creators of all of the live-action remakes of your favorite movies. Give it up, everybody, for Disney, who are, like, so aware that they spent the last 50 years creating some of the most beloved movies of all time, and will now spend the next 50 exploiting the shit out of that as much as possible. Like, for example, their blatantly shameless Disney Vault technique they had back in the day, right? Where, like, for example, you know, let's say you're a normal company that, like, puts out a movie you made onto home video so people can, like, you know, buy and watch it whenever they want. But Disney used to have the strategy where they'd only re-release their movies for a super short window, like once every decade or so they could bombard you with ads about how you'd have to buy it literally right now before they burn every copy of it for the remainder of your life.
Oh, wait. Oh, so you'd have to just, like, it would be like, you only have this amount of time to buy it now. And then everyone will buy it. Low-key smart, but shitty for the consumer.
After March 31st, Disney will stop selling this timeless classic. Hurry, this Easter is your last chance to add Bambi to your collection before it disappears for years to come.
And then they've also somehow convinced the entire American population that Disneyland is like a human right. I mean, how could you miss out on the $10 Mickey Mouse?
No, it's so bad. Like, when you're a little kid, yeah, sure. Even some of the rides are still cool to this day. But,
15-hour wait times for every ride. And that's why over half the people that go are willing to put themselves into debt to do it. But they're also like a company that's so dedicated to micromanaging its IPs that they were totally cool with taking Spider-Man off of the grave of a dead child and more...
Oh, I did see that. Oh my god. And it was... Nintendo did that too. With like Mario. Someone put Mario on their grave. And then Nintendo had them take it off. But yeah, I did see this the Spider-Man one too. They asked for permission first. And that was their main issue. Because, okay... If you put Spider-Man on your grave, or on your kid's grave, what are the odds that a Disney employee is going to go up to it, see it, and then report it back to the company? Unless it's posted on social media, like, there's literally... They'll never know. They'll never know. Just say, hey, I don't want you guys posting my son's grave on social media. That's it.
Down all of the Club Penguin fan servers after the game went down, and ending my...
Yeah, I never got to play Club Penguin.
Pink Girl 6657. But then also, like, invested billions into an AI company. So anyone can make as much shitty AI slop of their IP as they want. I mean, they've canceled it now, but, like, they were totally gonna do that. And, like, I think the only one...
Yeah, they were gonna do, like, AI shows on Disney+. Plus. Like, a whole section of just AI shit. It's like, bro. No, like, nobody wants to watch that. At all.
To not letting anyone have any fun is the Ellen of video.
No, Netflix also did that too. Where you have to... Okay, we'll get into this in a second. where you can only have like one per household. It's like, bro.
Loved by millions for being so dedicated to protecting their
Like, there's no hiding that. It's literally only for the fact that they want more people buying their subscription.
family-friendly image. So they're the sole reason the have any fun is the Ellen of video game companies, Nintendo. Truly beloved by millions for being so dedicated to protecting their family-friendly image that they're the sole reason the entire population of Italy is too scared to name their children Mario or Luigi so they don't get a cease and desist letter instead of a birth certificate. I mean, who could forget the iconic Nintendo Partner Program, where in a world where even companies as evil as Microsoft wouldn't stoop to the level of beefing with YouTube Let's Players, Nintendo was just that guy. To make sure they got all of the 45 cents of ad revenue from Part 2 of Intel Mario gameplay. Where you're still more likely to see someone successfully release a Pokemon fan game than you are ever see a Nintendo game go on sale. And look, while they might not have the money to make any Pokemon game more graphically advanced than the PS1, what they do have is an unwavering mission to taking down massive threats to their bottom line, like this grocery store called Super Mario, YouTube videos, and charity events that were playing their games.
SML.
And most importantly, Bowser's penis. But look, okay, in their defense, both of these guys did have pretty good reasons for some of these, alright? Like, was that supermarket also selling...
Oh, okay, it literally has his fucking face on it. The other one didn't have Mario's face on it, so that was fine. I think it was more fine. His face is literally top of the fucking thing.
Bootleg Nintendo merch, yes. Were the Club Penguin fans...
But, wait, actually, I just realized, though, there's so much bootleg Nintendo merch on, like, Amazon and shit. How do they not take that down?
Servers completely unregulated and populated by people who definitely need to be in jail. Also, yes. And did some guy in the Nintendo office definitely just get caught looking at Bowser porn and then had to double down on it being a work thing? Probably. But nothing will ever come close to the time that someone died from an allergic reaction at one of the restaurants in Disney Springs, and they argued that their right to...
I heard about it, and there's like something in the contract for Disney Plus that said that they can just do that, or they're not allowed to sue Disney.
Was voided because their partner had signed up for a trial of Disney Plus one time. Yeah. But, I mean, like, can you blame them, dude? That would have meant they would have had to pay, like, $50,000 to the grieving...
Billion-dollar company, by the way.
And that was, like, you know, the entire box office of the new Moana remake. Not liable for your death. So, now that we've looked at our nominees, it's finally time for the moment you've been waiting for. Out of all of the nominees, the award for the greediest company of all time goes to... Brad. Hi. I'm wearing a shirt that has horses on it. And before we award the winner for tonight, I have to talk about something that no one on YouTube has ever complained about before. And I'm really sorry to do this. The copyright system. Oh god, no. Cut the feed. Cut the feed right now. Recently I dropped a video that critics were calling like the greatest 15-minute background noise they've ever...
I think it was last stream. I think it was last stream or the stream before that. I think it was last stream. We did happy birthday for someone in chat. So we put on the happy birthday song, and then everyone in the chat was like spamming happy birthday. The 5 seconds that I put on that happy birthday song got the entire thing copyrighted. The entire 2.5 hour stream. A 5-second clip of the happy birthday song. It's fucked up, bro.
While taking a shit in their life. Which, you know, if I'm being honest, was like one of the hardest videos I've ever had to make. Both because I just couldn't figure out how to get it right, and also because I had to watch Family Guy. And after weeks of staying up late editing on a barely functional Adobe Premiere, all that hard work paid off when I woke the next morning to a copyright claim from multi-billion-dollar conglomerate Warner Brothers for using less than a minute of Riverdale footage. And of course, you know, they could have claimed it when it was sitting there for 3 whole days before it went public. But no, of course, they picked the moment.
Yeah, no, that's... No, they should literally give you a warning before. I mean, I get that once it's public, they can actually see it and then give the copyright thing. But there has to be some sort of system where YouTube can let you know, like, hey, it's about to be copyrighted. You might want to fix this.
And you know, I wonder why that is. Luckily though, I was always taught to not be like petty and spiteful, which is why like I don't want to make a big deal out of it, you know? Like I don't think like I would never do that.
But I mean, YouTube does have like this like editor thing where you can just go and clip out a piece. So I mean, that's what he could have done, but I don't know how long ago this was.
Below that email, another claim from Paramount for another video for using less than 30 seconds of footage from Sonic 3, including this clip, which is not even from Sonic 3. And then after that, I got another claim, and then another one, and another one.
No, that's actually like genuinely so stupid. Like, well, I'm about to look up right now. How much is Paramount worth? $11.53 billion, right? But they're taking money away from this small YouTuber. Or I don't know how big he is. Probably, what, a few $100s from that video? All because they used a little bit of their movie. If it was the whole fucking movie, okay, yeah, it's literally a clip, and then he's probably talking over the clip anyways. So why would it matter?
And like some of these videos are like 8 years old. Like Paramount had absolutely no beef with top 15 scariest moments in Transformers until 8 years later. And now they're trying to rob the world of one of the greatest videos on YouTube.
To celebrate everyone's favorite spooky month, I thought we should take a look at the scary side of Transformers.
Can you please turn it off before he starts explaining how copyright law works? So to explain how this works to those of you who haven't had the pleasure of listening to a YouTuber complain about how hard their job is, I think everyone knows by now that trying
My last video.
a copyright claim is one of the riskiest things a YouTuber can do other than go near a school, which the guys making these claims are perfectly aware of and know that you probably aren't going to take that risk, so they can just like do whatever they want. Which is why every single time they'll reject your first dispute, but then magically change their mind on the second one as soon as they would have actually been held legally accountable. That's crazy. The company making the claim, of course, risks and loses absolutely nothing, which is...
Yeah, they get a few $100s from his video to a few $100s to a multi-billion-dollar company.
Oh, cool. Take the shot. Take the shot right now. And I just think what really drives me insane about these claims is we're talking about like one of the biggest movie studios in the entire world.
I looked up Paramount. How much is fucking Warner Brothers worth? Which is Warner Bros. Worth? Ah! $71.38 billion. And they want to take the $500 that this fucking video made.
Really need that money. And after doing a bit of research, it turns out, yes, actually. They actually do.
Warner Brothers Discovery announced today that it is putting itself up for sale.
And so that's why for our highest honor of the night, the award goes to Warner Brothers. The studio that shows their passion and dedication to the art of film by deleting entire movies because it saves...
Oh, right. Isn't that movie supposed to be coming out this year, though? Or not this year, but like soon. They completely scrapped that movie for like 3 years, and now they're finally coming out with it.
And deleting shows from their streaming services so they don't have to pay anyone that made them because it saves them a bit of money on their taxes. But of course, they couldn't just be satisfied with being one of the biggest movie studios of all time. They had to get bigger. They had to get more money. The line must go up. So they just had to merge with Discovery and absorb a tiny bit of their debt of $27 billion. And so they had to make some pretty tough lifestyle changes with a lot of layoffs and cancellations and dropping their CEO's yearly pay from $51 million to $200 million a year, and ended up losing so much money every year that the only thing that could save them was an even greedier studio, Paramount Pictures. You see where this is going?
Oh, wait, so Paramount bought Warner Brothers, and now Paramount's copyrighting everything.
Fusing together like Gogeta if his special technique was being the most unemployed person of all time. And like, you know, right now that deal is like still ongoing, but it would mean that like one of the biggest movie studios would like own and control like a third of every movie ever. And it pretty much benefits everybody, you know, because with less competition, that means the prices are going to go up and the quality is going to go down and like tons of people are going to lose their jobs. But it's fine because that Justice League Transformers crossover is going to go crazy, bro. But wait, how is Paramount buying another studio if they themselves are also billions of dollars in debt? Honestly, who
They
cares
are?
anymore?
Wait.
Paramount buying another studio if they themselves are also...
How much is Paramount in debt? How much is Paramount set? Bro, they're oh wait. When I read their worth, I think I said $15.16 billion. I think that met in debt. Oh, maybe. Hold on. So let me look how much is Paramount worth. No, okay, no. They're worth 11 billion, but 15 billion in debt.
Billions of dollars in debt? Honestly, who cares anymore? And that's when I realized why they were doing this. Because they both literally don't have any money. All right, they actually did need that 15 cents in ad revenue. So, you know what? Now when I look at this, I don't see it as a greedy company trying to hoard even more of its disgusting amount of wealth. Now I see it as like doing charity work for those in need. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next year.
That was a good ass video. I loved how that was like laid out and shit. Wow. What was this guy? Diamond Bolt? Oh, fuck. I thought that said 50K. 600,000. Wow.